Hi, this is Dalene with McDonald's Sewing and Vacuum, and I'm here with this week's Foot of the Week. I'm going to be showing you how to use the adjustable bias binder on a Husqvarna Viking machine. The machine I'm using today is the Tribute 150C. It was brought out in honor of Viking's 150th anniversary. So they've been in business for quite some time. With this machine, also you get 5 bonus feet. So since we're talking about feet, you get an invisible zipper foot, a clear piping foot, an edge joining foot, open toe applique foot, and adjustable 1/4 inch piecing foot. So this is be a great machine for either garment sewers or quilters, or if you're like me and you do it all, this little machine can do it all. All right. So I have cut my binding on the bias. This is actually left over from an apron that I made. I wear aprons in this shop a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and I've cut it on an angle to make it a little easier to insert into the bias binding foot. It is adjustable, and this always confuses me because it's kind of backwards. It's not the lefty-loosey, righty-tighty thing. You have to do left for tighter and right for looser. So, but it just slides right in here, and you can adjust it to fit your binding. And I've got my tweezers out because that just makes it a little easier to pull it through. There we go. Well, it went a lot easier before I had to demo it for you. Let me try that again. So you want to open this up just a little bit and slide each one into each side. You see it's got kind of a bent over plastic area there where you can put the folds of your binding, and then pull it through under the foot. And I usually start off the edge of the fabric because it's a little easier to get started that way. Put the foot on, and it's nice. They just clip in like that. I'm going to make sure this is nice and straight. Take my thread through the foot into the back because I'm always going to be happier with that way. And then I want to check and see if my needle's where I want it to be. And actually it's a little, I'm going to put the foot down. It's a little too far to the right for me, so I'm going to lift my needle up and I'm going to adjust my stitch position. And I think, I need to go the other way. So I'm going to move it over to right about there. And I think that will make me happier. And now all I have to do, I have pinned my binding on so that I need to make sure that my fabric goes into this little gap between the two sections. And then I usually keep my tweezers here so I can kind of help feed it through. And then I just start sewing until that gets under the foot. And whoops, I got my pin in the way. Gotta remember to take the pins out. And there we go. So I can just sew on a bunch of binding without having to worry about getting it straight. I'm gonna sew a little bit further so I can show you how it looks on the back. See, it just feeds it through for me nicely. And there we go. Look at the back. It's beautifully done. So if you do a lot of bias binding, you need this foot. It makes it a lot easier. All right. Thank you for joining us, and happy sewing.